Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back building for my wizarding save file, and at the moment I'm building Madame Puddifoot's tea shop. So you can see it on the top left, the name of the shop. And yeah, I decided to make it a lounge just because I thought it would be the most appropriate type of lot type. And yeah, for that I need a bar and a dining chair and stuff, so there are quite a few requirements, but they all fit into the vision that I had for that tea shop, so it was fine. And yeah, I'm already placing some dining tables inside, and yeah, I made sure that the tables were separated a little bit, so the people wouldn't sit too close to each other, because usually there's only couples there, so every table only has two chairs. And yeah, that was the vision that I had for that build. And there are also pictures online of the tea shop. Yeah, and it's mostly pink, especially the windows. But again, it has bay windows, and the bay windows that we have in the game don't have a pink swatch. But I used the dark swatch for it outside, and made the door pink, and also used a lot of pink inside at least. And yeah, for the lounge I also need love seats, so I put them upstairs. So downstairs is more like a dining area, and upstairs is like a lounge area where the people just sit together and near a fireplace. So every of those love seats has a fireplace, and downstairs I will also put two fireplaces. So yeah, it's not gonna be too cold in this build, at least not if it would be in real life. And yeah, then of course I also need a toilet and sinks, and here you can see the other requirements. So waste disposal, stereo, music instrument, and microphone were the only ones that I hadn't put down before I checked. And yeah, I decided on that stereo because it's the most old looking and the one that I can imagine the most for the wizarding world. And then I put a guitar and a violin there, and of course also a microphone. And yeah, now I'm more or less with decorating already. So I decided that the other color would be a mint and a dark green. So I think the mint and the dark green of the fireplace, those two fit really well together, and I think they also fit nicely with the pink that I chose. And yeah, now I'm placing the windows. So the other windows that I chose, they had a pink swatch, but not the bay windows. But I decided on the black, because pink and black also fits nicely together, I think. And yeah, I just put that down, and now I'm roofing the build and putting down some more windows, so every part of the build has a window and doesn't look empty. And then the brick that I chose is actually quite similar to the pictures that I found online, so yeah, I think it fits quite well. And then I chose a pink trim because I wanted to make the build a little bit more pink than it was. And I also exchanged the door, because that door that I have is quite dark, and I wanted a little bit more pink in it. And I think it actually looks quite cool. In the middle it's like a pink strip with the door and the windows, so I think it fits quite well. And then I was finished with the windows outside and moved on to the walls inside. And I found that pink that is really similar to the love seats that there are, so I decided to use that. and then I also changed some of the walls to be the brick color outside, just to have it a little less pink than it was. And in the areas in which there would be the fireplaces or also the bathroom, I made the floor tile flooring, just because I think it's quite common that you have a tile where there is fire or a lot of water, as you can see in toilets usually, so I put that down. And then I also, the decorations items that I chose, so the mirror as well as the wall sconces and the towel, I chose really like fancy in a sense and kitschy items with the gold and the flowy lines in a sense. And now I wanted to separate the two couches upstairs from each other a little bit. And at first I put down candles for that, but then I decided that I wanted to make it green, just to make it a little bit nicer, and the candles wouldn't have really fit with that, because, well, candles and plants aren't the best idea maybe. So I decided to remove the candles. I actually don't like that kind of, well, standing light that there is with the candles. I don't like it all that much. So yeah, I wasn't too mad about exchanging it for plants. And then I put all the plants that I could find that fit a little bit, and chose the pink swatch for them, or the white one, to just include them also in the build. And I did that upstairs and then downstairs. And under the stairs I thought it would be really fitting to have a lot of plants, so I did that, of course. And of course I also put down roses. We have those single roses as well as a bunch of them. I didn't remember the bunch of roses until later, until I found it again. But at the moment there's a rose on every table, which I think is quite fitting for that pink tea shop that there is. Now I'm putting some paintings down and some more decorations. Essentially the build is already finished, but there needs to be a lot more decorations there, just to make it a little bit more cozy, and also to make it a little bit more lovely in a sense. So here you can see there's many roses, and I put them down on the public spaces. So as you could see, I put it down onto the counter downstairs and the bar, and those counters, they should mimic like the host station. So when you come in, there is someone there that can speak to you about a place where you can sit. And now I'm putting down some china, and also searching for more paintings for the bathroom to make it a little bit less boring. And I chose the butterflies because I think they're also quite romantic, or can be quite romantic. And then now I'm in the show all objects tab, and searching for other items that could fit nicely, and I found that, I don't know, Roman column almost, and I use that as well as that counter because I think it fits really a little bit better. It's not as large, and I could use it better. And then I also wanted to decorate the outside with some more seating and tables, so of course I also placed anything that I thought would be nice for the outside, already outside, to place it later where I wanted it to be. And that's what I did there. And now I'm scrolling further, and I found a cookie jar, which I thought would be nice to have And yeah, I also I saw, oh yeah, I didn't have any rocks down yet, so I changed that as well. And of course, it's also all pink, so it's quite a monochromatic build in a sense. It's a lot of pink and also a lot of white. And I think it fits nicely with the vision that I have of the tea shop when I first read the books. Think it's quite not realistic. It's quite how I imagined it. So I think it's really cool what it represents. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just I think it's cool, and I think I actually did quite well. I think it's how I imagined it would be. So yeah, I'm happy with the build. And now I'm scrolling further down and down, and yeah, I'm just placing anything that I think could fit nicely in the build. And then I was outside and I placed some wall light, and now I'm back inside and placing clocks. And then I decided on what I wanted the outside to look like, and I made some more seating opportunities, so 5 more tables, as well as 2 outside love seats and some water, so some birth bath and fountains, because I think it's quite lovely to have that. Now I'm doing some terrain painting with one of my favorite swatches of terrain painting, and now I'm placing the things that I put outside onto the places that I want them to be. So I changed the placement of them to fit my vision in a sense. And yeah, as you can see, I put a patio outside essentially with the other tables, and in the back of the build there's those 2 love seats, which you can also sit down and have some tea maybe, because it's a tea shop, of course, so it does make sense. And yeah, now I'm just fiddling with everything so it fits nicely, and also so it's a little bit separate, so you don't sit too close together, because of course you want your privacy when you're drinking tea with your loved one. So I made sure that it's a little bit separate everything. And as you can see, I put a fountain in the middle, so everything is a little bit separated by it, and the love seats outside have like their own little separate area in the garden, and I'm just making sure they also have a table to set everything down, so their tea and stuff. Now I'm in the plants tab, and I'm searching for the pink flowers and looking at which ones I wanted to use, and I wanted to use the dull daisies, I think they're called, the lighter ones, and I don't remember how the larger ones, the darker pink flowers, are called. Maybe I can, I could have looked it up, but I think you get the sense of it. Now I'm doing some more terrain painting down under the flowers and plants, and moving the plants on the build, so the wall plants around a little, and placing one on each window so it fits, except the bay windows, because that doesn't make any sense. And now I'm just finishing everything up, so fiddling with the last of the build and rearranging everything a little bit. And then I also placed rows on every of the tables outside as well. And then I went back inside and looked at the curtains whether I needed them, but because it's in a public place, I didn't think I need them in every corner of the build. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I took most of them at nighttime because I thought it looked cooler. And of course I hope that you like the build. You can download it from my gallery page. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel. I also hope that you like the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. And of course you can also come back for more. Have a great week. Bye.